Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gamer Grudge.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Twitch. Hello, Twitch and all, and Twitch and Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else. Welcome to the season finale of Gamer Grudge. Today, if you see, we're right at this moment where without our normal fact checker Angelic Sin, but we're waiting on her to pop right in. So she'll probably pop up in the stream sooner or later. I don't know, but she's not replied to me just yet. I hope she does. But we'll probably get her in later on in the stream. But to start the stream out, let me tell you, that's what we're missing right now. But before we start, let me introduce who I am. I'm Matt Poole, aka the Fixer. I'm the person that owns this channel. And we're here on the semifinals matchup. We're going to fight for a championship belt. So before we start, let's go ahead and introduce the staff, which is a former champion and he's a former champion, and he's the current fact checker right now for the show. Ryan.
Hey Mac, how you doing?
I'm doing good. All right, cool. He's going to be fact checking this episode until Angie returns to her post. Angie, wherever you are, please hurry. But before we start, send help now. Before we start, we got to go ahead and we can't have a show without some victims. So let's go ahead and start with the victims real quick. I'm starting with the person that I hope to win this fight, who has not been talking trash to me in this entire round. He is a guy that fought his way to get here. He has beaten me. Phoenix Ollie, how's it going, Phoenix?
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's going good. How you guys?
I'm actually rooting for you. I hope you win. The next person, I like to say, I like to call him an asshole sometimes because, hey, he's an asshole, and he talks trash to me 24/7. He tells me that he tells me stuff, and I just tell him to shut the fuck up half the time. But I still love this guy, Zach.
I mean, what am I going to do? Deny it? There's too much evidence.
Sorry, it was in my notes.
I'll be honest, I didn't know which of us you're going to introduce there.
That's actually a good point.
You
have gotten to the point where we both get cussed out by him quite a bit at this point.
Yeah, true. The current champ, and he is an asshole also. Mr. Eric, the Hitman, Pokemon Fisherman.
Abandoned joke.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm like okay, this is a lot of extra things added on to my usual introduction, but okay. I'm not gonna shave my head, so I won't become Agent 47.
No. What you messed it up. What you do is, if you want to go for a real wrestling reference, what you do is Eric the Ass Man Ossenmacher.
Yeah, because I've never heard that one ever.
No.
Never.
No, but at least it's a reference.
Yeah, true. To
an actual wrestler.
So Eric, I just want to let you know. I just have to ask this question right now before we start. But no, we'll ask this question later. But get the belt while I'm talking, because we got to talk about the rules. So, Ryan, we're gonna go ahead and read these rules real quick. Do you see them?
Well, we can't hear him.
It's small for me, so I'm gonna click it to make. Yeah, here we go. There are 4 rounds with 1 question per round. The point is awarded to the fighter with the best argument. The 2 fighters with the most points will advance to the PvP. In the event of a tie or tiebreaker round, will commence in the form of quick bait or grudge quiz. And the phases. We have phase 1, introduction. Simply state your answer. This is supposed to be quick. You're just telling us what your answer is. Phase 2, your declaration. This is where you're going to make your argument. You'll have 3 minutes. The good fighters know how to do it in 2 minutes, though. I will say that. Phase 3, grudge. This is the free-for-all round where all of the contestants will be bickering for about 5 minutes. And phase 4, this is where you make your last attempt to please the judge, as the judge will ask a question and you'll only have 1 minute to respond. In phase 5, we clean everything up, we fact check, and we get the verdict from Matt.
All right, cool. All right, that's it, people. Oh, ooh, no.
With
That said, people.
Technical difficulties.
That's it. Oh,
Andrew's got a last name now for some reason.
She said, don't start without me.
She snuck in right under the wire, and I love it.
And now on most of our screens, we are 2 screens away from being the Brady Bunch.
Wait a minute, who's in the middle?
It's got to be Mac, right?
For me right now, the person in the middle is Zach. I don't know how it is for everybody else.
All right. Well, okay. Before we start with that said, people, before I play this montage, Eric, is the belt on the line?
Belt.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna get the belt. He's going to get the belt. He is going.
We almost got ass crack. We almost got ass crack.
Yeah, we almost got there.
Eric, you were really close to showing ass crack. God, I'm lucky your pants on up, brother.
I love the show. Thank God we're on Twitch.
I may have made a noopsie.
That is not kid friendly.
Damn it, I'm going to date myself. He almost pulled LaToya.
But all right, Eric, is the belt on the line?
The belt is on the line.
Can we see the belt?
Okay, let me go find it again.
Look, the floor is where it lives.
I love the fact that he has it on the wall. It's staying on my floor the entire time.
Y'all are assholes.
I kept it safe. It's not like I just kept it where I could step on it. It was in the corner. If nobody was
You're funny.
All right, guys. Well, all right.
You kept it in your Captain America shield, I think.
No, the shield definitely arrived after I had to send the belt away, sadly.
True. All right, well, Eric has now left the building.
He's like, bye.
Bye. Yeah. All right, well, that's it. I guess guys are gonna have a 1-on-1 match. I guess Eric just literally just gave up the belt. All right. All right. So while waiting on Eric, we're gonna play this sick ass montage, which is probably hope for God is not going to be loud. Here we go. Montage. Get that joker off the. Yeah. You don't know. Woo! All right. Oh, damn it. Woo! Okay. All right. Well, all right. So question number 1 is. What's the worst Pokemon game? Zach, what's the order?
First choice.
Okay, cool. So seeing that the champ is here, I'm gonna go with the champ. Then the next challenger with then I'm gonna go with the challenger, which is Phoenix, and then I'm gonna go to the former champ, Zach. So Eric, what is your choice?
My choice is Pokemon Channel.
Of course. Phoenix.
My choice is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Of course. Zach.
I went with Pokemon Green.
Why?
We'll get into it.
Notice I said pause.
You felt a part of Angie's soul die when you said green. Like it just tore her apart.
Have you never seen the Japanese box art before?
It was like pause.
A bit of my soul just died.
She sounded better than Darth Vader at the end of episode 3 screaming no. So I give Angie
It's not my fault that the art is bad.
Oh, if you're just basing it just on the art, we're gonna have problems.
I'm so excited if that's all Zach does.
That's how all Japanese Game Boy game covers look. Awful.
All right.
All right. So Eric, tell us why Pokemon Channel is the worst Pokemon. Angie. Oh, sorry, Angie. Do you got the time ready?
Yes.
All right. Well, tell us, Eric, why Pokemon Channel is the worst Pokemon game.
So, for those of you who don't know what Pokemon Channel is, I don't blame you. So, do you guys remember a game called Hey You Pikachu, where it was a Nintendo 64 game where you got a microphone adapter and you got to talk to Pikachu and go through different environments? Now, imagine if you had that game, but instead of talking to Pikachu in a nice little sort of cutesy way, instead you and Pikachu watch TV. Yeah. This game is all about you and a random Pikachu that is not your own. He just walks into your house. You don't catch him at any point. He just sort of wanders in, and then when you leave the game, he leaves. Watching TV. And that's the point. You watch an episode, essentially an anime special cut up into 5 bits. You watch the same anime special cut up into 5 bits, but in Japanese. You and Pikachu get to have the joys of shopping on QVC. You and the Pikachu get to watch Jeopardy and other useless things. There's one, maybe half a good thing about this game, and that it has an emulator for the Pokemon Mini in it. If you don't know what the Pokemon Mini is, it's essentially it's the smallest console that was ever made by Nintendo, and it's an actual console because it actually had cartridges. But the games are Game & Watch level games, and there's not very many of them. And also, I just had the Pokemon Mini, so it was essentially worthless. And it's like, and you couldn't even do any of the cool multiplayer stuff with it on that. So you had watching TV with Pikachu, and the episodes of the anime didn't even have any people in it. It was all just Pokemon making Pokemon noises and the narrator. So the Japanese one is the Pokemon making their Pokemon noises in Japanese with a Japanese narrator. So you had no idea what's going on, except you do because you've already watched the special in English first. And not only that, you had to play this on multiple days to unlock the different parts of the episode. Like, you start off, you only have the first like 3 minutes of the special, and then you have to come in the next day to get part 2, and then the next day to get part 3. And you had to keep coming back day in and day out to keep watching this. And this was a full price game on the GameCube. I cannot make this shit up. And that's time for me.
I was gonna say that is time.
Well,
I know how long 3 minutes is.
Good job. You can count.
You can count. Good
You can
job.
count.
Woo. Where did you learn that from, Mr. Where did you learn that, Mr. Rogers or Mr. Wizard?
I mean, a little bit of a side note. I did just watch A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. It's real good.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard all good things about that movie. It's pretty good. All right. Well, with that said, Phoenix, tell us why Pokemon Dungeon is the worst.
Pokemon Dungeon, Mystery Dungeon is the worst for me just because the camera angle. I did not understand why this game, for some reason, it's like an overhead side catacomb view of a dungeon that you go through, and the story mode is that you actually save Pokemon. You go through the rescue your friends, and I understand that, but it does not make sense to me whatsoever. For some reason, you can't seem to find the reason why you're in the dungeon. I don't get the reason, purpose of why you're there. You get to use some of their moves, yes, and you get to play with some of your favorite Pokemon, yes, and their little bite-sized Pokemon that you get to play with, but it's not as rewarding. When you do rescue your friends, it's not like you get to capture them or keep them. I mean, they do join your party, but it's no purpose. It's no plot. The only plot that you get within this game is that you go around and rescue your friends. And it doesn't change. They just keep adding Pokemon to a level that doesn't really change that much. I mean, the board may change, the map may change, but it's still the same movement and the same Pokemon, the same move up, down, left, right to do a button change. It's just, it has no content. There was nothing to add on to it. It doesn't hold your interest. It's no sparkly scenes. It's nothing to make you go, ooh, I'm playing Pokemon. It's like, hey, I pick Pikachu and I can use a quick attack or a thunder shock, and that's it. It's no plot.
All right, that you had 1 minute and 58 seconds left.
Yeah, it's just nothing more to talk about. It's just no substance.
All right. Zach, let's hear your bullshit argument.
My bullshit argument is that it's broken. Just fundamentally a broken game based off the list of glitches I have on my tablet. Which I could read all of them, but Eric knows them all, I'm guessing. Nod your head if you know, Eric. But mostly, this game is famous for being such a broken mess that they could not release it to the West at all. They ended up reprogramming it into Pokemon Blue, which I'm assuming anybody, I didn't know that till actually Eric brought that up in a prior episode. So I didn't know about this at all. But I am not, as it's known, I'm not a Pokemon fan. But a broken game being released in an RPG at that is unexcusable, even on the Game Boy, to me. You need to actually be able to function to be released at retail. Like there was no backdoor, like there was no day one patch for this. This is a Game Boy. You could not fix it. They fixed it by selling people another version later. Like, that is insane. Why? That's all I got.
Okay. All right. I will not hold weight on that. Angelicson, are you ready?
Yes.
Ryan, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ring the bell. You may destroy, maim, kill, do whatever you can to win the argument. Also, before I start, do any of you want to use what we like to call the monkey's paw?
One of what?
The monkey's paw.
Explain what it is, Mac.
What this move does is if you feel so sure about your argument, if you feel like you're going to win this argument for sure, then you will win 2 points. But if you lose, you will lose time you will lose a total of 2 minutes from your declaration.
Mac, the declaration has already happened.
Matt,
No.
Do you mean their argument because their declaration? They
No.
won't have a
They'll lose
declaration
2
then.
minutes. They'll lose 2 minutes on their next question for their declaration.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
So do any of you want to risk it?
I feel like Eric wants to do it, but
I mean, I want to do it. I'm not going to.
Okay. All right. So nobody want to use it. All right. Once I ring this bell, it is non and void. I'm ringing it now. Non and void. Go.
All right, so let's talk about the plot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. You are a human being that has been transformed into a Pokemon. The entire point of Mystery Dungeon is to find out what happened to you. And
Doesn't make sense to me. How do you get? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
It's a magical world.
It's a magical world.
Creature.
But why would you want, as much as people that want to be transformed and be a Pokemon that experience it for a day, even though that's the concept of the plot of it that I completely missed even when I played it, because it had no
It is brought up like literally every 5 seconds. What are you talking about?
But the way the action of the game of it is completely missed with the story. As far as your game though,
your complaint is that it's not a Pokemon game.
It is it is purposely designed to die and then do a map over and over again, collecting the same items.
It's a different genre of game.
Yes,
A roguelike is a game type that exists, and it's a wonderful roguelike.
It has no substance.
I won't say wonderful as Binding of Isaac and a robot named Fighting exists, but no, it's a roguelike. It's just not a type of genre you enjoy, and it is a competent one.
Yeah, it is a very competent
competence, one. Eric, is it not a competent TV watcher?
No, it's not. Like I said, you watch a special split over 5 parts that you have to watch over the course of 5 separate days. It's not very competent at all.
But that's what they designed it to be. It is exactly how it was designed.
It is exactly how it's designed, which is an awful design.
An awful design is not necessary.
It's not a great game.
But think about it. You get to watch and chill with Pikachu and watch different.
No, because here's the thing: when you're watching the TV, you don't see Pikachu.
But you get to look. But see, when you're watching and playing the game, you're not really looking at your friends when you're watching TV, right? So in your imagination, you're chilling with Pikachu on your couch as you're watching TV, and you're unlocking these mini shorts. And I'm kind of interested because you mentioned a console with it. That little mini of a mini. What is that? Tell me more about
the Pokemon Mini is a thing that actually exists, and I already had.
So, yeah, but how many people had it?
Right.
I knew a couple of people that actually did have it. So
that makes it really rare. So if I go to buy the game and play it, I would have something.
Yeah, this sounds like an essential way to preserve that.
Yeah, you get to play great games like Clefairy Volleyball.
You mean
or Chansey Volleyball? That's right.
You mean how there's Game & Watch collections of games that sold and are a good idea because it's the only way to preserve them?
Yeah,
unless you're anti-game preservation.
I agree with you on that one. I don't understand.
Believe me, these games have no reason to be preserved. The Pokemon mini games barely get to be qualified as being games. They are less than Game & Watch games.
But see, I think your game is really awesome because think about it. If I lose all function and can't really play Pokemon anymore, and I can play a game where I can watch it and get the feel of what it would be like to be a Pokemon trainer or to see.
But you're not a Pokemon trainer because when you're done, the Pikachu leaves.
But he's chilling watching TV with me. He's my companion. What if I'm lonely?
Eric, it's not the game's fault. Your imagination is crap.
Right. Social anxiety is a thing. People don't like to leave their houses.
Why don't we talk about Pokemon Green here for a second?
Yeah.
Yes. As the story of Pokemon Green goes, is that because the game was so busted that the English versions are English Red and Blue are both based off of Japanese Blue. That is correct. However, another reason why they changed it is because the art style of Pokemon changed between the release of Red and Green, Japanese Red and Green, and Blue.
So you're saying the art was ugly too?
Yes, the art was ugly too.
So the art was ugly and it was a broken game.
Yes, the art was ugly.
Not the worst. They had to
doesn't make it the worst
to make it competent.
Because Game Freak was never competent.
But wait, it doesn't make it the worst because if you look at it in another aspect, it set the way for the games that we love to play today, like
Yeah,
Red
just because
and
something's
Blue.
old doesn't make it good.
Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily
Just because it's
be a great
notable
game
doesn't make
play.
it good. Sonic
But
06 exists.
The story made it the story
Yes.
kept it going,
Be-
right?
It's like at its core, bugs and all. Green is still Generation 1, which is still a very beloved game.
Thank you.
Yeah, Beloved also doesn't make it good.
But look at the evolution what came from Green.
The question is the worst. This
Yes.
is
The worst though,
played
but see,
and barely playable. How does that not make it?
No.
That is
But no,
time,
it
folks. Time.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. I'm pulling the trigger real quick on this one. Okay. All right. Andrew, you got a question?
Nope.
Ryan, you got a question?
Yeah. What aspect of your game distinguishes it from being the worst? Because when you look at the history of Pokemon, there's been so many games. There's been a ton of main series. There's been a ton of spinoffs. Why does your game, what about the game from a player perspective makes it the worst one?
All right. Starting with Eric.
So imagine you're trying to watch Jeopardy, but Alex Trebek's just like, Waba! Waba Fet! Waba! 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 Waba Fet! Waba! 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 Waba Fet! Waba! Waba! Well, just asking questions. That's what it's like in the game.
I was gonna see how long he was gonna keep saying Waba Fit.
I appreciate Mac with the quickness of the.
No, I'm sorry I had to ring the bell. I was like, okay, I had to ring the bell. Okay, yo, Pete, stop that.
My game simply there's no more left. I died out. So even if you were a fan of it, it died out at a certain point. Even consideration. So with that being said,
That's not true, by the way.
it's not on the but
It's
it's
on the
not on the new
3DS still. It has
generation.
2 games on the 3DS.
But
Eric,
it's not on the new
hush.
console. It's not on the Switch. I'm talking about now.
All right, Zach.
I mean, what makes it the worst is being so bad you had to be reprogrammed by a company that hates fixing their games to make a game series.
Okay. All right, Angie, facts.
There were really no facts. They pretty much nailed it because, you know, it's mostly Pokemon nerds here, and then there's Zach. Nightpack on my end says that he thinks black and white.
That is
That's some bullshit.
that is some bullshit right there.
Wait, no, you have a good argument though about that.
Look, you can challenge Eric after the show.
Right.
Say all you want about the Gen 5 designs. Black and white is
After the
The
show, Eric. Away from me.
They did too much though with Black and White too fast. I think it was too much of a jump.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. Welcome to hell, Zach.
Still better than Sonic Chip.
that's a reference to the conversation we had before this started.
And a Pokemon reference.
Sort of.
All right.
Half.
Brian, who you thought won?
So, as a Pokemon fan who's played all of these games except one, there's one game I don't want to spend $14 on, which if you want it and you have a GameCube, you can go to Amazon right now and buy Pokemon Channel for about $14 used. Nothing possesses me to own that. Every description because it doesn't sound like an enjoyable experience. Whereas the other 2 games, I can get some enjoyment out of them. I really think if we should revisit this question, but from a main series perspective, because I think that would bring a better argument. Because letting Eric pull that title gave him. Which, to be fair, I was critical of Eric. I was like, all right, Eric, you better explain this. Because if you're just like, yeah, this is terrible, then, and you didn't back it up, I would have ducked you points for it, but you backed it up, so I think Eric won.
Okay. Angelic Sin. What who you thought? Oh God, I love you, Solid Man.
I also think Eric won because I have also played all of these games. I've played every single one of them, and yeah, I have to agree. Channel was just one of those games where I may as well just be playing Pikachu, like whatever.
Like, how can you call it a game? From every description of it, it's just a video.
It's really not like there's very little gameplay involved in it. You're basically spending most of the time on the television because you're trying to help Professor Oak promote his own television series that he's trying to do. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't get a say in this because basically I'm outvoted. I have to agree with both of y'all because let me tell you who I thought was out, period. Zach, you were out, period. They destroyed you. You tried to use the whole black hole argument with you, but they literally tried to destroy. You used the black hole argument, but it backfired against you because they literally said, well, we don't have green, we don't have gold, and all these other games. And it was basically, I think they destroyed you with the argument with Eric and literally Phoenix right behind him saying, well, it is Gen 1. And everybody loves Gen 1. So, and then you just kept like bashing it from like a Pokemon basher. So you lost it right there, and then you just literally kept digging yourself like, okay, well, I'm gonna dig myself further in this. I'm saying I don't like this.
Mac, you're just talking in circles.
And I mean,
sorry,
what else do you want from me when I don't understand the appeal of the series?
Trust me, I feel Zach's pain because I've gotten questions to games before that I just didn't care about, and it's like you're trying to pull something out of your ass for something you don't have anything.
Right.
So
right.
I give Zach credit. Like, Zach was probably in the lead for me on the onset because he didn't take the easy layup answer like Eric did.
Right. Eric like literally
I just chose the correct answer.
I didn't even know how to argue with that. Like, how can you argue with Pokemon Channel?
How do you argue with Pokemon Channel? You don't, is the answer.
I forgot about it, actually. I was like, that was one of the games I so forgot about.
Look, Phoenix, you were like right behind him. But as soon as Eric came on with Wob Effect, I was shit, you won. I was like, that when I said top that, I was like, you're not topping that.
I couldn't top that. I didn't have nothing.
No.
When he did that, I was like, dang.
I'm like,
I could have showed you Deadpool if he would have got up here and see, hey.
that just like took me like, oh crap, this sounds like a terrible game. So yeah, Eric, you slipped that one. And guess who made that question? This guy.
Yeah, because you had to change it.
yeah.
A little peek behind the curtain. He asked the same question from last season.
Yes, I did. All right.
Is he ashamed of it? No.
You're damn right I'm not ashamed.
I'm like, we already thought we're a Sonic game. That was literally last championship.
Right. All right. So, Ryan, hand you what they're saying in the chat, and I'll be right back because I got to go get some.
There's just an okay in the Twitch chat, so there's nobody in the Twitch chat, unfortunately. Angie's there. Yeah.
Look, I feel like I won at least from a functional perspective because at least the other two are designed. They work as they were designed to be.
And I agree with you on that. They do.
I'll give you that. Like Pokemon,
yes.
like,
but I can still play. I could still play green despite its its flaws. It's still playable.
Right.
Like it still is actually something you can play.
And Phoenix, you're just not familiar with roguelikes.
No.
I think a more fun question would have been main series good, best or worst, because then you focus it because every main series game has something to be really excited about and something that just drags it down.
I mean, even if I were to narrow it down to DS era spin-off games, I would still not choose Mystery Dungeon. I would choose like Pokemon Ranger.
Bless you.
Pokemon Ranger.
What was Pokemon Ranger?
Pokemon Ranger is the game where you gotta
Why
draw
have you
circles
done
around
this?
the Pokemon.
It's you're a Pokemon Ranger, and you go around like the forest and everything to stop Pokemon poachers, and you have to like rescue Pokemon. And
The
all
only
you-
benefit to it was the.
Was that you got a Manafi egg?
Thank you. I couldn't remember. Yeah, but that's
Does
the only
anyone
benefit
know
to it.
how hard I have to slam my head into the desk to not? be alive anymore?
Well, we're vamping now because Mac has like gone to get a drink of water or something.
All right, so instead of okay, we're good. Mac's back.
Max.
I'm back.
Mac is back.
All right, what you were talking
But
about?
don't worry, I'd put technical difficulties before that.
So, on to question number 2.
Mac, pull your mic closer.
On to question number 2.
Trying to realize why he gets us confused.
Which is,
There.
Andrew, you want to read that?
sure, which video game character would be the best partner in a championship fight in Gamer Grudge?
All right.
See,
So-
now here's the thing, Mac. I asked for this. I asked for clarification. I asked like in Gamer Grudge or in a fight, and you said in a fight.
Yeah, I did say in the fight. He put that in there. Sorry.
I had thought it was in Gamer Grudge. Sorry.
No, it was in a fight.
I also thought it was in Gamer Grudge because that's what you said in the meeting before.
My bad.
I would not have given my answer had I known that.
I would not have given my answer if I had known that.
All it says is a championship fight. What he sent to me just a little bit ago. So
Well, then I'll play this card. Well, then I will play this card.
I mean, if y'all want to take some time to adjust your arguments, I mean,
I mean,
I thought it was in a fight too. I didn't think it was in this fight, but
yeah, I said a championship.
I'm still keeping my answer regardless. Mine isn't changing.
I mean, if y'all want to change it,
You guys could take like 2 minutes and like fix your argument to suit.
I mean, my answer's not going to make any goddamn sense.
Can you stop?
Then change your answer. You got 2
I
minutes.
think it needs to stay a game because if you say championship fight, that is still super vague. So there needs to be something specific about it. Are we going to make it about Gamer Grudge or are we going to make it about a boxing match? Seriously.
Like, I will change it if it's about a boxing match, that's for sure.
And I will change it if it's about a Gamer Grudge. So that is where we land.
all right. So
Let's do it's a vote between what? Me, Angie, and Mac, right? The three of us have to decide.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Ryan. What you think?
I would say a fight because I don't know, because you have to pick a video game character that knows a lot about video games, and that just seems kind of redundant. Where I think there could be more interesting conversations about the physical fighting. That's just me.
True.
I agree. We should change it to like fighting.
Fighting.
Like a boxing match.
And Eric just went first, so Eric has time to rethink while everybody else is talking.
mine's the one that's staying the same. It's Zach that needs to change.
Yeah, I know. Also, I also specifically asked Mac a question, which was, and he asked me, he's like, well, should we make sure it's not game breaking? And I'm like, so that's why I thought it was the other way.
Nah, yeah.
So
You didn't ask me the question, Zach. So you're the only one that didn't ask me the question. So yeah. Fighting. So how about this? We'll let Zach go last, and that will give you time to get your.
Yeah, we'll just do Phoenix, Eric, and Zach. Zach has time to change his argument up.
All right. So, Phoenix, what's your answer?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. So that got his photo over? Or
He's
still-
He is busy. You let him be.
Doctor Strange. Eric?
I went with Little Mac from the Punch Out series. Wouldn't have worked if this was a Gamer Grudge.
Technically, he ain't dumb, so. I mean, I would have went with his trainer if we were doing that. Zach, you got an answer?
Kratos.
Kratos is a good pull. Good pull.
Good pull.
Yeah.
Kratos. All right. With that said, Phoenix, tell us why Doctor Strange. No, I'm just playing. Doctor Strange is the best answer.
Hold on, before we start, I do have a question of clarification. So this isn't game breaking, or is it Doctor Strange? I'm like, as far as their abilities, is it sticking to the game?
It sticks to the games.
So you can't. Let me clarify.
You can't use movie or comics Doctor Strange. You have to use
if I say, because mine is coming from the Marvel vs. Capcom series.
Right.
So
In other words, your Doctor Strange cannot do stuff like just get killed and just literally just go reverse time every time until your opponent heals.
Right, but he would still have his other abilities. Okay.
Yeah. So, right. He can't go ahead and just like, hey Ryu,
So we're doing Marvel versus Capcom, Doctor Strange.
Right. Marvel versus Capcom.
Like he can't just go and say, Little Mac, I come to bargain. Little Mac, I came to bargain. So shit, I give up.
For Kratos, are you doing like OG Kratos? Are you doing like God of War 4 Kratos?
Well, they are technically the same Kratos.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but they have like different abilities.
Yeah, I'm going with 4 because that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Did Mac freeze?
Best beard in the game, Kratos.
Mac is.
That should have been a question. Who has the best beard in gaming?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna beat flipping that Kratos beard.
It's definitely not Leon from Pokemon Sword and Shield. I can tell you.
And his undefeated Charizard, guys. His undefeated God.
Undefeated Charizard, not what?
Oh, Mac's gone.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
How would you render Gandalf's beard in the Lord of the Rings games? That's my question.
Probably just a white blob.
Yeah, I was about to say the
but
Lord
I
of the
mean,
Rings
like,
games
very carefully.
But if it was him, and then I'd go with him. Yeah.
The main
Gandalf. You know?
Jesus God, though, I love the newest God of War. That game was so flipping great.
It was really good. I was kind of mad at the ending though.
Oh, they're setting up for the.
Also, it was hinted at so heavily.
It was, but I was just mad at it. It's like that was it. Like I was just like, that was the end of the game, really? Seriously? Like that was my reaction.
So my dream for the God of War series is they just keep battling their way through the pantheons of the world. like eventually they just get to Kratos beating up Jesus and piss off a bunch of people. I think.
I am down with that. Actually,
I think it would be like if we take a real one, I think it would be interesting to have Kratos like take on some of the Hindu deities. I think that would be really interesting because that's a massive pantheon to play with. But there's,
they've never tackled. That just becomes Kratos in Dante's Inferno.
Hey, I'm down with that, man.
No, I mean the game Dante's Inferno. Yeah. It already exists.
I know.
By the way, Phoenix, I love your hat.
That hat's fire.
Thank you.
Anyway, while we're vamping, I went on Twitter. I'm like, why is Broly trending? Oh, because they finally just recast Broly after that whole.
It's because he's finally going to come to Dragon Ball FighterZ.
And the new voice of Broly is Johnny Young Bosch.
Cool.
Oh,
good.
I have a question though. Do you think God of War would ever do a fighting game for their series? Because I don't see why they wouldn't, like an arena fighter. Like I don't see why they would.
Well, I mean, Kombat had Kratos because I know he was on.
And there are already a bunch of God fighter games.
So Max says to take over for now. He'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll listen to the arguments. Yeah, no biggie.
Okay.
Who are we starting with?
We're starting with Phoenix.
Okay. Phoenix, explain.
Doctor Strange.
I am picking Doctor Strange because in Marvel vs. Capcom, he has a couple abilities that are really cool. He has a reflect, he has a teleport, which he can use at any given time in the air and also on the ground. He has a counter. He's able to. He has mystics. He has a lot of abilities that he's able to use in a fight. And so I think that being that he's just smart and his quick strategic mind that he has, and with all his abilities, who not to have on your side than Doctor Strange? I mean, come on now. He can teleport. He can stop time. He can do a lot of stuff. He can freeze you. He can summon. He can trap you. He has too many moves. Just too many moves. Why not? That's just it. He's the mystic arts. He's the master. I don't understand. I don't understand what else to say about him. So, and plus, if you played the game, you know all of his combos. You know what he's capable of. So yeah, it's pretty deadly.
Cool.
All right.
So you don't need your 3 minutes. That's cool, man.
Nah.
That was right. He only used like a minute of it.
Yeah, because there's nothing more to say. He's like,
hey, past champions have used the minute strategy. It works.
That's true. Alrighty. Next is Zach, right?
Well, I answered second, but yeah, let have Zach go first, just because. Because we had enough time. Have you formulated your argument yet, Zach? If not, I'll just
absolutely.
go. Okay.
All right. Kratos has literally destroyed beaten definitively 2 pantheons worth of gods. Not like all what are basically all powerful beings. If and is the god of war, basically a god of combat. This is what he is god of. He is god of fighting. So if I have to be in a fight with anybody, would I not want the god presiding over it on my side that literally can go, hey, I am the god of this, I will bless this, and I will make you win, basically. He has, and you have everything from his Chains of Olympus to Frost Axe and 4, and all these amazing grab and snatch moves and combos. And honestly, he is. I've only seen him beaten down emotionally, really, and I really don't think that would be a factor in this. He has beaten pretty much every type of mystical creature in both the Greek and Norse worlds, mythological worlds. I mean, I can't even think of another character that's done that. So that's what I got there.
Excellent. Sounds great.
Good. All righty, Eric.
Little Mac is the absolute undisputed pinnacle of underdog. Like, take a guy who has no business beating Mike Tyson, and he beats Mike Tyson due to his sheer perseverance and strategic abilities. Like, this man knows the exact moments when to dodge out of the way to take down Mike Tyson, a guy who can literally knock you down in one punch. Mike Tyson was literally one punch man, and Little Mac still beat him. Like, that is a feat all on its own. And Little Mac, he goes up against people who cheat all the time. You go through Punch Out Wii, man, as like in those later circuits, everybody cheats. King Hippo, he tapes a manhole over his stomach. You can't hit that. You gotta knock that thing off before you can do any damage to him. Yeah, Aaron Ryan, whatever his name was, he puts horseshoes in his box knuckles just to deal more damage, beat the pulp out of you. And Little Mac still takes the edge because that is just the guy who he is. He's the guy who doesn't give up. Because even when he gets beat down, he will get back up and take the victory, because that is who Little Mac is in his heart of hearts. And of course, when all else fails, he'll break out Gigamac and beat the shit out of you.
All right.
Awesome. Great job. I like all three answers. How are you feeling about those answers, Angelicson?
I'm feeling pretty good about those answers. Those are some pretty good arguments there so far.
Yeah. So, everybody, are you ready to grudge?
Yeah.
Close enough.
Awesome. All right, Angie, you got the clock?
Yep, your 5 minutes starts now.
Where was Mac for Super Punch Out? Oh, right, not there. Being a wuss. Somewhere else.
Oh no,
Being a
somebody else.
coward.
Somebody else decided to fight. Oh no, because we can't have more than one protagonist in a game series.
In Punch Out? No, you cannot. As they proved by having to bring him back in the sequel.
Yeah.
Because
Both of your
otherwise
characters
nobody knows who he is.
Both of your characters have two major flaws. One of them, for yours, Zach, is that yours is really ruled by his temper, and he does not think. He charges into battle straight up without thinking. And
Well, I would say that of the original Kratos, not the new one. The new
but
one
he still
is a
doesn't-
thinker.
only thing that changed was because his son. If his son wasn't there, I'm pretty sure this is just
Yeah,
him
but
by
we're
himself.
talking current timeline. He has a son, therefore he has this new temperament with him and
Yeah.
his battle experience.
True, but with his battle experience at the same time, he's not a very strategic type of fighter, would you say he is?
Yes, absolutely. Keeping his opponents at arm's length at all times, being able to basically pull out a shield and stuff like that. That is incredibly strategic. Yanking people out of air because that is the safest way to get to them. That's a
But
strategy right there.
but
And
if you
Doctor
disarm
Strange
him-
really is. Doctor Strange requires strategy, but he's also really not physically. Without his powers, he's really not formidable.
Yeah, without his
Right.
powers, he is still a cripple.
But
Yeah.
Kratos, but also too, but when you disarm your opponent too, he becomes useless with all those abilities. But his god abilities, he would have to be good in a fight. But at the same time, like you said, with his powers and him not having it, I don't see how do you
He'd
disarm.
still
Doctor
be a
Strange?
giant burly guy who could punch you.
But you would
Yes,
have to. How do you
who
disarm?
As
Little Mac
opposed
is
to a
well
cripple.
equipped to take down.
Is he?
To take down
Yeah.
big burly guys, that's literally
Also,
all he
I
fights.
want to say Mike Tyson is not One Punch Man. That would be Butterbean.
And I was gonna say that too, Mike Tyson. Yeah, he's
No,
not,
in the game, he's One Punch Man. For the first 90 seconds of the fight,
I
he
know.
can
I'm
take
just
you down
letting
in one
you
punch.
know. I'm letting people who like boxing know. That,
Right.
Okay.
I'm talking about video game Mike Tyson, not real life Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but
Also-
your character's only good in boxing though. What would he be in an all-out
Yeah.
With-
fight between those two? Put them three in an all-out brawl, and I don't see your character.
Like, I mean, a boxer has tremendous skill in the ring, but in a
Right.
street fight, he is worthless. Because
No,
all you can do is punch. You get a kick in there, you get a sweep, you get a
That's
guy
bad.
who
Man, don't
Literally
let
foul.
Balrog hear you say that boxers are bad in Street Fighters.
you mean the guy, yeah.
Ball up at my door.
I'm just saying, like, he does not have the mind or the strategy to do anything other than box. Like, if he ran, where would he do? He has no idea. You're like, what do you mean you can run outside the ring? He doesn't know.
Yeah, but you just gotta disarm your.
He's got those
No,
quick
even
feet.
if you
He's got because he's very dodgy, man.
I mean, even if you disarm Kratos, giant burly dude, you get rid of Doctor Strange's abilities, he is a cripple, literally.
But
He
how
has
would you get rid of
nothing.
his ability though? You gotta also understand too that Doctor Strange comes with his actual cape too as well. So he kind of has a handicap built into the take away the crippleness. He does still have the cape.
Yeah, he has a cape. That's not even the source of his abilities. That's the source of
It's not even
one
source of
ability.
abilities, but
He can
he has a
fly, that's
cripple or handicap of it. Keep your big broly guy away from him, right?
Guys, just a
Can't land it.
reminder, Doctor Strange is like in the fighting game, like
Yeah.
Marvel Capcom, not, I've never seen his cape used in a fighting game before, so I don't know if the
Yeah.
cape is really fair.
Yeah, that's true. Thinking about that.
But I mean,
Does he not float in Marvel vs. Capcom?
He does. He does
floats,
fly. He
but
does
it
fly.
doesn't-
He
it's not-
flies. He floats. He teleports. He can do all
Yeah.
sorts of different spells to keep his character at bay once he's
And,
disarmed. The same thing as yours as well. He's
if
good at playing the
Marvel
keep away game.
Capcom wasn't a hyper fighter, and do you think he would even do well?
Just like asking him not to be
who
a
even
character.
knows?
Like, what? That's like asking him not to exist. What do you mean?
I mean, who even knows about Marvel vs. Capcom? One of the best characters in Marvel vs. Capcom is a defense attorney. So who even cares?
That is not true.
No, that is true.
It is true. So what's the point?
No, I'm saying that without being a hyper fighter, if you with a slowed down game, his slower, more intelligent attacks would have less value. That's what I'm saying.
I can see that to an extent, but you also got to keep.
That is time, folks.
I'm back. I'm back.
What the hell did you come from?
Back, bitches. Damn it.
Matt came back from the vortex of nothingness. Good job,
Yes,
man.
And the Mac came back the very next day.
The
Or
Phantom
Mac
Zone.
came back. We thought he was a
Yes.
goner.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Mac came back. He just couldn't
Okay.
stay away.
Okay, shut up, Eric.
I'm sorry.
I need to see it so you
What people had to host while you were gone?
Ooh.
I let Angie host while she was gone. So look, while I was gone, she took over. I appreciate it. Okay. Angie, this is your question. You go ahead and do what you want.
I don't really have a question.
Mac, you weren't a part of it for the most of it. Do you want to ask a question for them to like clarify you to help you decide, or?
Yeah. So we heard a lot. I heard a lot about Mike Tyson and all this other bullshit. And I just want to know one thing. Man, this is a fighting match. Okay. I want to know what would be their finishing move?
Oh.
Okay, good question.
See there? I was saving that one. So we're going to go in the order which was at the beginning. Phoenix, Zach.
Phoenix quickly double checks his moves.
I don't know the name of it. But it would be.
It better not be Jordan. You better not be that time stone, damn it.
No, it would be his level 3 regardless. I don't know the name of it. I'm trying. It's like bolt track. I think that's what he says when he does the move.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the correct pronunciation.
No, it is incredibly stylish.
That would be his finisher.
Okay. Eric.
Well, no, Zach.
Oh, Zach. Sorry.
He would rip them in half.
Fatality.
Like literally.
That's not original, but okay.
Well, no, that's what he does.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he would do, but that really don't seem original.
That's incredible.
Johnny Cage does it.
Phoenix went by the constraints of his character, so I did.
Yeah, but Johnny Cage does that.
I mean, guess what? I'm also going to go by the constraints of my character. My character's going to do the 3-star uppercut.
I wonder what that looks like. I'm gonna have to do it.
Fun.
Yeah, it's like once you get 3 stars, you unleash them all in one mega uppercut, and it
just
takes
jump
them
up in
down.
the air and just like.
Didn't have a hidden boss in it that was really hard to play. The Nintendo one.
The NES one was Mike Tyson,
It was
Or Mr. Dream.
Super hard
or
one.
Mr. Dream, depending
Yeah.
on. And then in Punch Out Wii, it was Donkey Kong.
Well, I mean, the NES one was so racist, it's not even funny. I mean, they had somebody named Taco Man.
Look. Do you really want to go early video game racism here?
Oh, God, no.
Because we could
Okay.
spend another hour just talking about that.
All right.
I mean, Capcom
Let's
alone.
judge this thing.
Welcome to our new show, guys. Is it racist?
We've been doing that.
Man,
for
I had to
years.
dust that one off.
All right, Angie. I don't have any facts. So go ahead.
Well, the level 3 move I think Phoenix is talking about is called Astral Magic.
Oh, okay. Because he says both at the end of it when he does this little motion.
Which was cool. Which was so cool.
It's
when
so
you would pull
cool.
it off. Yeah. It's
so cool.
And then Little Mac's coach is Doc, like
just
Doc
Doc.
Lewis.
Yeah, Doc Lewis.
Doc.
Other than that, you guys pretty much nailed all the other facts.
Doc Lewis likes his chocolate.
Here's a good question.
He also likes disco.
Could you see Tina Thompson playing Doc Lewis?
No.
Yes, actually.
No. No, then he'd have to have Fat Albert flashbacks.
We don't talk about Fat Albert, not anymore.
Can you see
We
me?
blocked that out of our memory.
Could you see me playing Doc Lewis?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I could see you playing Fat Albert.
See,
Fuck
here's the
you.
thing. I can't, Mac. I
Fuck
can't
up,
see you
Mac.
doing a New York accent, so no.
Don't even try it, Mac.
All
Don't
right.
don't even. No, 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 no.
Mac, who do you think won?
Get out of here.
No.
That wasn't even New York.
What is that?
That was like New
Nobody
Jersey.
What was it?
That was South Boston.
There we go.
That was
I
some
mean,
Goodwill Hunting shit right
you're
there.
the one from the area, so we're gonna trust you.
Yeah, that was Ben Affleck and Goodwill Hunting.
I mean, I wouldn't insult him that bad, Eric.
I know. I'm like, no.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
I
go.
just
Ahead.
called him Fat Albert, but Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I just literally just said fuck you, Zach. Okay, yeah, and fuck you too, Eric. You asshole. Look, their final moves. It came down to the final move for me because I didn't get a lot of it. Look, I'm gonna go with look, I'm just gonna, for the hell of it, I'm just gonna go with Little Mac. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Look.
Is that some biased talk I hear?
No. It's not. Look. Here's
It's a
the
little bit
reason.
of bias. So, Angie, who do you think won?
Well, I mean, Zach's last move was not original. It felt like Johnny Cage. I'm sorry, he does the move. I mean, he just.
May
does
I
it.
just like jump in there and say a lot of game characters' final moves is ripping people in half?
True,
That is true.
That is true. But it just didn't sound interesting. I was like, okay.
What do you mean? It's ripping somebody in half. Like
I've seen it done in Mortal Kombat so many times. I'm like,
He's just desensitized.
Yeah.
look. I've seen it done. But yeah, I have to see Little Mac because he seems so much more of an interesting fighter. And yeah.
All right.
In the end, he has to pull around his hat.
Angie, who are you feeling?
honestly, I'm feeling more towards Zach's argument.
Fuck him.
Like Phoenix was a close second just because Doctor Strange in Marvel vs. Capcom can be an OP character and like his like level 3 final moves are badass. But there's just something about Kratos that, you know, he's basically a god. He's a god of destruction. So how can
More
he be
than
a god?
basically a god.
Yeah. So I'm gonna agree with you, Angie. I think that Zach had some great arguments. Although, man, Phoenix, you are making me really unsure because I love playing as Doctor Strange, and you have some great arguments. But Kratos is probably, you could probably make an argument in all of gaming, the best potential fighter for any situation.
Yeah.
If you aren't going to go with Kratos, my pick would have been Azura from Azura's Wrath. That mofo's insane. And if y'all have never played it, play it. It's fun. It's great. I love it.
I'll play. Surus Wrath does have issues, but yeah.
Oh no! I knew Zach won when he did that. I was just taken aback by the fact that Mac chose me.
Yeah. So Zach, you get the point, sir.
Say, I totally did bait you, Ryan, because I do know you love God of War. This is
you also had a good argument because I also love Doctor Strange as
God
the
of War is like one of the best.
Also, I was in the prior fight. I just want to mention this because I was planning on judge baiting no matter what here, because I was assuming the argument for Little Mac was going to be where'd Eric go?
I'm here.
He's still there.
Sorry, it wasn't on my screen. But I was assuming it was going to be that he'd be moral support because he's a former fighter. So I went with, I was going to say John McKay, 1976, and Lovey Smith, 2014, and I'm assuming Mac knows what I'm talking about.
You're talking about that fucking piece of crap college, super piece of crap shit coach that coach of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He suck ass. I'm sorry, I'm pissed.
All right.
Oh my God, let's move on to the next question.
Moving on.
I was gonna say, while we move on to the third question, what's the chat saying on your end, Ryan?
No, we don't have anything in the chat right now. I think the only like I said, I think Azura could hang with Kratos. I think if you're going like actual playable characters, because I Googled and I found some lists, and the top of the list are like characters that I don't think you can even play as, like that are just literal like universal beings. Azura and Kratos were very close to the top of those lists.
My other answer was Dante. So.
Dante.
Dante's badass.
On my
and
end,
if-
we
and
have
if we
people
went the
saying
other way?
Spawn, Alucard, after he eats Schrodinger's cat, and a lot of people were really wanting Doctor Strange, but they agree Kratos is kind of OP. So,
I mean, if I had my choice, I would pick Thor.
See, Mac, here's the thing. Apparently, in Capcom versus Marvel, Thor is not that great of a character.
He's not. He sucks. He sucks.
I would choose Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta.
I probably would have chosen Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 if I was going to do that.
Guys, we all know the worst answer, and that's Superman from Superman 64. That game can go to hell. That game sucks ass.
We're kind of pretending that game doesn't exist. But moving on to question 3, which
Question
is
3.
Read it, Angie. When Zach gets back on, Zach, where are you? Okay, here he is.
All right. Question number 3 is, who is the best Super Smash Brothers fighter?
Well, whoopity-doo, who made this question?
I'm assuming not Zach. He's side. So.
Well, if I made any of them, would it be fair?
It would not.
No.
I will retract my ownership of this question. Moving on.
All right, so this time Zach gets to go first, and then Barrick and
Phoenix.
Then Phoenix and you. No, yeah,
Phoenix hasn't went last yet though.
Yeah. So Phoenix, then that is right.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right. Go ahead, Zach. Answer.
Mr. Game and Watch.
I don't understand that character.
I went with Hero from Dragon Quest.
Of course you did. Phoenix.
I went with Pikachu.
Of course you did.
The lack of Kirby disturbs me, guys. Come on.
Oof. No, we don't want to talk about how bad Kirby is in Smash Ultimate. Kirby is like probably the worst character in the game right now.
I haven't played Ultimate yet. I just remember destroying people with Kirby in the old game.
Oh no, Kirby's like one of the worst characters in Ultimate right now.
Well, I mean, is Sakurai into self-loathing then? Because he worked on Kirby. Like that's my.
He created Kirby.
Exactly. So like, let's do a psyche val on Sakurai. That's my plan.
All right. Zach, tell us why your answer is the best. Game & Watch.
My answer is the best because one, he is a weird-looking character next to all the other characters who does not move like any other character because he does not have really motions as it's more frame by frame in a very odd way, which makes him incredibly hard to predict. And he has just these very bizarre movements. I mean, in Smash, it to me at least, it's always come down to who's gonna move where and where you are on the stage and how exactly you're gonna knock them off. And if you can figure out where they're going, it's a lot easier, even on a character that's much more powerful than yours, to just keep hitting them and knocking them off. But if you can't tell, it just makes it like an inherent difficulty spike right there. Not to mention, he is an actually strong character if you can pull off his moves. They are somewhat difficult, but I mean, we're talking best character here, not worst players. So that's what I got.
All right.
Zach literally just said to get good at a game he's never played.
Oh, I played it. Oh, I've played it. I doesn't mean I like it. Those are different.
All right.
I just wanted to underline that there real quick.
All right, Eric, tell us why. Whatever
So-
your character is the best.
So we all know a big problem that Smash Brothers has with its DLC is that they make their DLC characters too good, too broken. Let's not talk about how absolutely broken Bayonetta was in Smash 4. Let's just ignore all that. They've fixed it. It's fine. She's like mid-tier now. Now, Hero from Dragon Quest. There has been just a few characters that such attention and detail has gone into creating characters. And he has the most moves out of anybody because his down special is a command prompt, which allows the access to a whole bunch of different moves. Different moves that character has, he could turn into metal and become invincible for a brief moment. He can instantly kill you, and he can instantly recover to the middle of the stage. And any of those things on a character would make them insane. Having one character that does all of those things is impossible. Not even to mention the fact that he has so many different. Most of the rest of his specials are all chargeable, which means that they can become extremely strong. and of course, the limit to all of this is his mana. But how do you get mana? By landing hits. And you know what doesn't require mana? His smash attacks. Want to know what his smash attacks has? Random crits, which will kill you at such low percents. Now, there's so many different ways that you can play Smash Brothers. They're different characters. You can be useful. Low-tier characters can be useful. Hell, Hungry Box is pretty much broken melee with Jigglypuff. It's like where a character plays on a tier list does not matter. What matters is how Joe Schmo off the street can pick up and play a character. And Joe Schmo off the street has so many options to play a character like Hero.
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
Okay, so Joe Schmo can go on the street and play Hero. Okay. Phoenix! Tell us why your answer is the best.
I picked Pikachu because Pikachu has a sort of moves to where, to me, I think it's more valuable for my playstyle and for just people who like to play strategic. With his Thunder, he can cast that Thunderbolt down from the top of the screen that he can summon, being a certain amount of feet down, that can do damage to opponents up top who are completely encased into other fights. With his quick attack, as been shown, if you guys do play it, you can actually troll at the side of the stage if you want to prevent players from getting back onto the board, as well as continue to to be extra mobile as well. His Thunder Shot ability, as well as a fireball projectile he shoots out that can either go, he can jump in the air and shoot out, and it kind of goes at an angle very slowly to apply pressure. He also can apply pressure by using the quick attack to go off and on stage as well. He's very good for high mobility. He's very good for striking, hitting, and running, and he's very good at controlling the board if you know what you're doing with them. I think he's very good as far as the range and as far as his overall special moves, even that Thunder. I think the Thunder ability is awesome because if you do it at a certain point, you can hit multiple targets and go into a quick attack to combo into something else. It depends on how you play. So to me, I think Pikachu has the answer for everything. I mean, he is kind of small, but at the same time, he's quick too. So he packs a punch. And that's what I got.
All right, he packs a punch. All right, Andrew, are you ready?
Yippers.
All right, Ryan, are you ready? Ryan?
Is thumbs in. Thumb in.
Yeah,
Thumbs up.
thumbs
You
up.
gotta
Oh,
go to
my bad.
You're
All
good,
right,
you're good.
all right. Let's get this. All right. Well, to quote Harvey Two-Face, let's start this party with a bang.
I just want to address one thing real quick. You said you could combo out off of quick attack. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure quick attack put you in special fall at the end, so you cannot combo off of quick attack.
If you hit it on the stage, depending on where you're going, I've actually done it to where I've been on the side of the stage. I actually did a thundershock, went down to interrupt with the quick attack to interrupt their attack, and zoomed back onto the top of the stage to throw another thundershock back out. If that
And
makes
once
sense.
again, Pikachu's a very technical character, a character
Yeah.
that you need to know how to play.
Eric,
don't need to know how to play.
would you agree that I'm the layest lay person here?
You are the layest lay person here when it comes to Smash Brothers. Correct.
Okay, you described a mana system and a command wheel in a Smash game.
Which
Yes.
doesn't make sense when it's all
Simple.
about hitting two
Are you
buttons.
nuts?
Yeah, it's simple because people who have played RPGs can understand that.
No,
But-
people who
but
play
that's an
Dragon
RPG
Quest
and a fighter.
specifically will know what that is.
You have to understand, it's Smash Brothers. It's called Smash. You want to hit two buttons to do a smash attack. You want something very simple. Although Pikachu can be very technical, he's a very simple character for those people who don't understand how to play Smash. They can get away, they can come back, they can attack, and they can also sit back and watch the battlefield and kind of gauge what battle, what brawl they want to engage in next, making the next strategic move. He can apply pressure to a point where he can really fight you off the side of the stage and make it back where you can't. And that's been shown and proven too.
Yes, because anyway, so, sorry, I was going to respond to something real quick, but I accidentally knocked out my mic for a second because it's so hard to say when it hits 0, you can't do a move. Oh no, how can anybody know how to do that? No, that's a non-argument. It's like just because a character is using something from its main game
No,
to
because it's
balance.
Because if somebody does it accidentally, even they're not going to understand what's happening. Because you described it to me, and I've heard it before, and I still can't even picture the thing in my head.
It's literally a bar that starts at 100 and goes down when you use moves.
No,
It's not-
no, but with the gaining of mana with the hits, I'm like, okay, I would
Yeah.
have to figure out I'm gaining mana with hits. I'd have to figure out where I want to go in the command wheel. I would have to figure all this out
Well,
going up against people that have probably played this
Yeah.
before. It's nuts. Like
Well-
you're too deep into Smash, Eric, to realize that sounds insane to somebody who
That
doesn't play
character
Smash.
sounds like a headache and too complicated to pick up to even learn how to do a special. How do I do that one
honestly,
special?
Pikachu does too to me. So
No, yeah,
Pikachu's pretty
Pikachu is incredibly too complex. What Game and Watch is it's like you legitimately need to know what you're doing to play Game and Watch. Because if you
No,
don't
no.
know what you're doing to play Game and Watch, it's
no,
like
no. You see, what he is if you come off the street, he is Voldo, where you press weird stuff and
He-
things happen.
no.
You can't even tell. How do you even
Game
know
and
what
Watch
you're
is
doing?
Dan Hibiki.
How
No.
how do you even know what you're doing with him? He hits with that two
You
frame.
don't,
I can't even tell
but
where
it's
he's
so
at.
bizarre. Nobody else does either. That's why I like playing.
And Pikachu is really simple. If you actually jump up and do a lot of his moves, they're just random.
Yeah,
forward-
you already just
he's
described
super
having to know
simple
his
to play with.
moves. Like I'm just saying, like you press buttons, weird stuff happens, and it screws with people that know Smash.
Is he the
That's
only
why I
character
like it.
that has the sub menu in Smash? Like that
Yes.
can. Why?
because they put in extra attention to detail when making Hero because Dragon Quest
Japan
is like
loves Dragon Quest.
because
more
Dragon Quest is one of the
life.
biggest franchises in Japan.
Yeah, Dragon Quest is an awesome game, but we're talking about Smash. It's too complicated. Like he's too complicated. Like that's
He is not
Why are we
complicated.
talking about crit in Smash? Not crit in Smash. Why are we talking about switching command moves to another option? First, that makes them kind of I don't know, like
Because if you don't understand the command prompt, you don't use it. You just use his very overpowered side, neutral, and up
Then-
specials.
But then how do you get the full effect of the character?
Because, like I said, it's a character for any type of player. That's like I said, Joe Schmo off the street. Yeah, they'll pick up Pikachu because it's good, but he's not going to be able to do anything that you just described.
So you're
Anybody that picks up Hero can do most of what I've described because to hit a smash attack, to hit a crit, all you gotta do is land a smash attack, and then it kills you at like 3.
You have a character that has a frame that disappears across the board that nobody understands, which I didn't even understand when I tried playing with. And your character just too confusing for me. Too much. I don't get it.
Yeah, Mr. Game and Watch is. He's a weird character with disjointed hitboxes. It's weird aerials.
That is time, folks.
All right. Miss Angelica, do you have anything?
You guys pretty much nailed the facts. I do want to point out that there is like a list of popular votes for like the tier ranks, and Pikachu is an S tier fighter in Super Smash Bros.
Pikachu's only an S tier fighter right now because of Esam.
But Pichu is higher than Pikachu. And let's see, and Mr. Game & Watch is pretty low on the list. He's an E tier.
Oh wow.
And Hero is a B tier.
Yeah, Pichu is still very high ranked because it's still pre-nerf. They've nerfed Pichu.
And it does say here that Pikachu is definitely used for more of a pressure fighter.
Yes.
On the field.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Do you have a question?
No.
All right. Ryan, do you have a question?
No, Mac. I don't know a whole lot about Smash, so I don't really have a great question.
What makes your what makes your Ultimate Smash the best?
I mean, Final Smash?
Final Smash, yes. Why is your Final Smash the best? Why makes yours the best character?
I don't even know what the question is anymore.
Well,
yeah, is it about the final move, or is it about like what makes them the best character?
Okay. Here we go.
Because just listing the final smashes is just listing what each character's final smash is.
Okay. What makes your character special enough to be the best character? Is that a better question?
Yeah.
All right. Starting with Zach.
I'll go with what I started with. Complete unpredictability.
All right.
All right, yeah, it's me next. Like I said, it's a character who you can pick up at any skill level, and with the varying skills, you can use the command prompt. You don't have to use the command prompt. I personally don't actually use the command prompt, but when you do, you still get those instant kill moves.
All right, Phoenix.
My character is the best just simply because he can be played a variety of ways, and he's really simple to pick up. It's really simple to do. Doesn't take a lot of work. Yes, he's good for applying pressure, but that's when you actually get more comfortable with the character. But just picking him up and actually playing with him, it's really simple.
All right.
Simple yet effective.
All right. Ryan, who you thought won?
So, I don't know a lot about Smash, so I was very open to like somebody enlightening me, and I think the argument that swayed me the most was Phoenix. Pikachu seems like between the three of them, the one I could play right now and be somewhat successful with. So I'm gonna go with Phoenix. I'm gonna go with Pikachu.
All right. And Jilson.
Me personally, playing most of these characters in Super Smash Bros. Just throughout the years, I also have to go with Pikachu.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter what my question is, but I will literally try to tell you who I would eliminate, and that is Mr. Game & Watch. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, no. It's like I'm sure Zach just chose a character.
No.
Game & Watch to me is just one of those like joke characters in the game.
I've never liked playing his Game & Watch.
The only reason I picked him is he is the only character I have ever beaten people that play it with because they didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So it was a reason. It's just a stupid one.
Doesn't he have like an item thing in the game that summons his friends or something?
Yeah. I was sitting there expecting you to pick the Wii Fitness lady or something, but damn, I was like, wow, Mr. Game Watch. I was like, wow. And it came down between Eric and Phoenix, and Eric, they hammered you hard with all those answers. And I mean, you fought Vance.
I didn't explain Hero good enough.
They did what they did. Phoenix and Zach got a combo going where they just like.
I'll be honest. My entire thing was to hobble Eric's argument.
It worked because now there's a three-way tie.
I mean,
everybody has a point.
I mean, Phoenix shows a top tier. I mean,
he's my favorite character too. So
I wanted to hobble it because I'm like, okay, this is Smash.
I almost went for Banjo and Kazooie and went for the whole they're finally in Smash argument, but I'm like, nah.
You probably would have won that.
I would have lost if I would have picked Mega Man. He's finally in Smash, but he sucks in it.
Well, Mega Man's an A tier, so he's not. Mega Man's pretty good. Terrible.
Oh yeah, but it's not. I don't feel like I'm getting the full ability.
Look, me and Mac do not follow Smash.
Can you guys believe though that like Princess Peach and Princess Daisy are also in the S tier, just a little below Pichu?
No, I know.
Wait, what?
No, yeah. Peach and Daisy are S tier.
I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, if you actually use them and look at their moveset, it's kind of OP.
Yeah, it's like they're pretty busted. It's like MKLeo, who was on a very high winning streak. He fought with Joker for it's like almost exclusively when he came out.
Oh, wow.
So Joker's like a B tier, but Arsene's like a double S tier.
I'm kind of surprised to see Charizard as an E tier.
All I care about is now a whole new generation of fans know who Terry Bogard is. That's all I care about.
Right.
All right, let's get to question 4.
Yeah, the tiers haven't resettled after the 6.0 update.
Well, yeah, we got. So. What about the chat, Ryan? What's going on in the chat?
There's nobody in the chat.
Well, that's a lie. There's somebody in the chat on my end.
Angelic Sin with the win.
Nipack says that he would say that the best character for him would be Smash 4's Bayonetta because you can double witch twist someone off the top of the screen.
Yeah, she's OP.
Yeah,
but his favorite is still Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash 4 Bayonetta. Smash 4 DLC just got progressively broken, and Bayonetta was just the final character to be released. No, wait, Cloud was. But still.
True.
One of them. Cloud was also pretty broken. Mostly doubles.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to question number 4. There we go. This is the question I have made. I have made this question. Zach, put that beautiful son of a bitch on.
I mean, Phoenix showed up next on my screen, so I mean,
put the damn question. You put the damn question up. Okay. Pitch. All right. So Angie, let's read that question.
Question is, you need to pitch the next Sonic game.
Yep. So Sega, give us the rights to actually
can we just like specify though that we're talking Sonic the Hedgehog, not Sonic the fast food restaurant.
Right.
Sonic Diner Dash, let's go.
Diner Dash Sonic series, so I will not take the besmirching of the Diner Dash name on this stream. Thank you.
Dang it, Angie, you stole my joke. You just got
what can I say?
I've seen the commercials, never seen the restaurant, so I don't know.
It's actually pretty good.
It is. We had one down here. I miss it.
There was one on Long Island, and it opened like 5 years ago.
We have them everywhere where I'm at in Atlanta, so
yeah, you're lucky. We don't have them right. We had one in Clemson, and they closed down because, there's reasons. All right, so guys, we're gonna pitch the next Sonic game. And this is gonna be fun because Sega gave us. So guys, do this right and make sure this is a good Sonic game. All right, so
I'll be
this time
judging harshly.
yes, you will. So Eric, you go first, then followed by I think it was hold on.
Phoenix and Zach.
Phoenix and Zach. All right.
So, my game is Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, the game.
Quick question. I have a big question.
Yes.
All right. Will it have? So, are you gonna actually have a stage where it's gonna have Gangsta's Paradise in there?
That will all be discussed in my pitch.
Okay, damn it! I had to hear this. Okay. Phoenix.
Mine is Sonic World Adventures.
Oh.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like Mario ripoff, but okay. Zach.
No, it's different, Mac. It's Sonic, okay?
Well, and Sonic Heroes already had Lost World, to be fair.
True.
To be fair. Oh.
Sonic and Chaotix FPS.
You fucking sons of bitches. Damn it. I mean, I don't think nobody knew I was going to be on because nobody pandered to me, which is fine. So now I'll be a fair judge.
I mean, who's to say mine's going to be a 3D platformer? I never said it was going to be. I just said it was going to be based on the movie.
Yeah, and that's not a selling point to me. So really, everybody's at square zero right now.
I hate it immediately to see you fucking sons of bitches. You will pay for this.
The correct answer is Sonic Mania 2. Keep that train going. All right, let's hear your arguments, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have the creativity to pitch Sonic Mania 2.
And by creativity, he means drugs.
I wouldn't want to botch pitching Sonic Mania 2. Come on.
Nobody does.
Yeah,
I mean,
look,
unless you're just honestly, I'd rather have a Sonic CD.
look, Zach. We all know what drugs led to for Sonic, and that's Sonic 06. Eric, you're first.
Well, no, those are bad drugs, not good drugs.
Right. So Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, the game, will star Sonic the Hedgehog, played by Ben Schwartz, which will be the first person playing Sonic in a game since Roger Craig Smith has taken over. From Jason Griffith, who took it over from Ryan Drummond. Yeah. Now, this movie, this game will follow the plot of the movie, which unfortunately we don't know because the movie hasn't come out yet. Watch it in theaters, and this coming Valentine's Day 2020, watch it in theaters with your date, because that is what we're doing. I've taken this moment to announce that I will be making a Tinder account so that I can get a date to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's a real thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to post about it. I'm going to let everybody know how it goes. And in the Tinder profile, I will specifically state that the point of this dating profile is for me to go on a date, Valentine's date, to go see Sonic the movie. If you don't find that funny, it will never work out. Anyway, to the pitch of my game. So it'll be, unfortunately for Ryan, it will be a 3D platformer because that is the way it was. Which it'll be more so in the Sonic Unleashed daytime sort of style. So boost mechanics. I still feel that there's more to gain from the boost mechanics. Plus, we'll have the comedy stylings of Ben Schwartz and Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. Yes, we're getting actual Jim Carrey in this video game because he is going to be playing actual Dr. Robotnik in actual Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. So why wouldn't he play Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, the game? And of course, there will be one level where you can go off to the side. All of a sudden, Gangsta's Paradise does play. And of course, you look into a funhouse mirror, and in the reflection, you see the original design for Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. And he'll be and Ben Schwartz will say, "Wow, that's terrifying. I can't believe anybody would think I would look like that." Which is the best way that they could ever handle that entire situation. And that is the only reason to create this game, so that they could make that joke. And Sega will know this. That is my pitch. And also my pitch for the date for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'll keep everybody posted.
As you saw, I just threw my notes away as soon as he said that.
Next.
Yeah. Phoenix. Go ahead.
Holy shit, I forgot my whole damn argument. I was just so busy laughing at it.
I need a take.
Sonic World Adventures is going to be about the betrayal of Knuckles. So what we're going to have in this game is that we're going to have the they finally collected the gems. It's been pieced throughout the whole realm this whole entire time. Knuckles decides to go on a hissy fit and decides to take the gems for himself. But instead of taking the gems for himself and using it to power up, he wants to create an alternative power method and decides to turn the crystals very, very, very dark using some other ritual method that he does. This ends up causing chaos across the whole world to where the gems themselves are all scattered. So now Sonic and his friends go on an adventure to get these jewels back. But on this adventure, they go on this adventure with a twist. And the twist of this adventure is that it's going to add an RPG element to it, that it can be turn-based or action-based with it. Turn-based for for those classic gamers who want to do that old classic attack item selection, who can't make their mind up. Or it can be chosen to play hack and slash that'll be in an arena style action for battle. A real-time base for it. And as you go through the story, you get to learn more backlog on the characters in Sonic and where Sonic originally came from, historic, why he got his powers, Sonic and all the rest of the stuff that you want to know, things that haven't really been talked about. You also get to go in depth and learn about the characters too as well. Tails, Dr. Robotic, Eggman, all them as well. You get to play with them, customize their looks, and then have the mini games so you can race throughout the whole world. So yeah, Sonic World Adventures coming out February of 1925. And that's it.
Okay, I like the paper.
I'm going to hold you to that release date.
Yeah, you said no, right?
It better come out in February 1925. It's like, and if that game doesn't come out, you owe us all money. We all pre-ordered it back in February 1924.
It's coming out, Tim.
Oh wait, and then Ryan Reynolds was playing the voice of Sonic. I forgot to say that.
Oh shit, yes. Zach, pitch now.
Okay, this is probably going to be controversial. There will be a limited physical release of this. Otherwise, this will be a download only for the Switch. But the physical release will be shaped like a Dreamcast jewel case, because I want that. But it is a 2D chaotic sequel. Now, most people haven't played Chaotix, I can imagine, because 32X. But one of the main problems with that game was your partner would get stuck on things constantly. And that's where the FPS comes in, because in the corner there will be a constant frame. And in that frame, you will have the ability to blink in between frames based on the counter and go through objects with the characters. And you'll be able to switch back and forth with a press of a button. So basically, I want to make a remastered Sonic Mania version of this and try and fix the concept. And because honestly, that game is a fascinating idea with them connected together in a 2D environment, but the technology at the time limited them. now we have the technology to revisit it and make it better. Also, I like the idea of the of being able to do the depending on which characters you have, the spin dash, and doing different things, like having different ideas with it. Like maybe with the armadillo character, it turns into a tunneler. You can only access certain parts of stages with certain characters, that kind of thing. See, I don't know. I'd like to make more branching things that way with the characters connected. That's all I got.
All right. Well, like always, this is a pitch round, so we really can't just go and just say, hey, we're not going to continue on to a debate. So we're just going to give you the final question anyway.
Man, I have so much I'd love to rebut about both of yours, but
yeah, it is a pitch round because we'll be here all day if we do that.
Mostly Phoenixes.
Yeah, mostly Phoenixes.
I got so many things to say about Phoenixes.
What about Niberary? So my question is, well, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna ask the others have any question. Ryan, you have a question? He's a Sonic fan.
No.
Angie? All right, here's my question. Is it okay if I say what's the ending?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the movie ends, Mac. I gotta see.
I can tell you what the fucking movie. I can tell you what the movie's gonna be exactly. It's gonna be a cookie cutter comic book video game with a cute character, like any other comic book adaptation.
Fine. I'll write an ending for Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, and if it's wrong, you can retroactively take away my point. As long as it doesn't lose me the belt.
I'll take the bet as long as there's no stakes.
All right.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a better one, but
Mac, I got one.
All right, go ahead.
Sonic is a character that's all about speed. How would you incorporate going fast into your game, since speed running is kind of running amok right now in the gaming community? Sonic being fast, how do you enhance that experience or maybe limit that experience if you're like me and think speed running is ridiculous?
All right, yeah, so I got to go first since I went first. So, like I said, I'm going to be using the boost mechanic because as we've seen in the trailers for Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, this Sonic actually moves very fast. I think faster than any Sonic recorded on video so far. He's like actual Flash speed, and Flash actually moves at the speed of light. Sonic can only move at the speed of sound. So he's actually much faster in the movie than he is in the game.
He's very fast in the movie.
Once again, like I said, boost mechanics, which the boost mechanic in all the boost games from Sonic Rush to Sonic Generations, you hit a button, you go very fast, and with this specific Sonic, it actually shoots out lightning and can have different effects on the environment around him. Like, you can actually have to use his burst of speed to actually power up different different parts of the environment.
All right, it's okay, Angie. All right. Yeah, she got to take off.
I will see you guys later.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So this is the final round anyway. We're good. All right.
So for me, I think in my game, how I would display Sonic speed is that, like I said, it would be turn-based or action battle. So let's talk about the turn-based. With a turn-based, for those players who can't keep up with the fast pace of how the game would be of them running around in the arena-based fighter, you'll be able to have a sub-menu where you'll be able to select the different moves that Sonic will unlock as you progress the leveling up in the game. As far as the action-based part of it, it'll be like a sub-menu. So you would hold like R2 and press different command keys in as far as like triangle, square, circle to showcase the different moves that he will have. His friends will be unlockable, showcasing their own unique abilities that don't really get showcased with any of the games. as much and as much with that, and that will open up a whole different realm where you'll be able to see them do different things that you would never see. You'll also have a special like team up move because Sonic is very friend-based, a friendship. You'll have a team up gauge and a team up move and a team up meter that you can have once it's filled to be able to be like a team limit break kind of sort of, so where you can use it with your party that you have, your party of 3, to do a team-based attack. As far as in the game itself, it'll have a mini game as well that you can do the old traditional Sonic racing.
Great.
Okay, great. Yeah. Everybody Super Sonic Racing. Okay.
Zach.
I mean, what I'm gonna say is a little bit of both of those, in a way. Basically, you can use Sonic going fast to fastball special the other character up obstacles and onto higher planes or onto lower planes, depending on the level. This basic core mechanic. I mean, it's part of the game.
All right. All right. Well, I don't know if we got any facts.
I got facts. There has been a Sonic RPG. It's called Sonic Dark Chronicles.
We do not speak its name.
We do not speak its name. It's a terrible game. B, Sonic World Adventures is the beta name for Sonic Unleashed, a game that already exists.
Really?
Again, we do not speak its name.
Sonic Unleashed is good.
Chip. Defend Chip. No, I want to see if Eric can do it.
He's only in the game. In that one game. He never comes back. You know how many annoying characters have come back and Chip has not? Serves his purpose and has moved on.
30 Charmy Bees over him.
I mean,
No,
Jar Jar.
God, no.
Jar Jar technically is not dead, but we don't know.
Jar Jar's Darth Sidious. Come on. Not Darth Sidious. What is the other one? The other one.
No, we're not talking Star Wars. I don't know. We're not talking Star Wars.
Darth Plagueis, that's
this
right.
was Gamer Grudge, not ruin everything Ryan loves. Because I would have had way more things to say.
Oh God, that's too funny.
I like everybody had a great pitch. There was nobody in the chat. Wait.
Jar Jar was totally supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah. There you go. Yes. Yeah, Jar Jar was supposed to be the bad guy. I like Phoenix. I like his answer because I want to give Sonic another chance at that element because it was fucked up so poorly. That I think another shot at the RPG element. I'm going to give Phoenix my point. And Matt, who are you leaning towards?
Okay. Look, I mean, Phoenix to me felt like Sonic Forces when he pitched the game mechanics and all that, the speed. It just felt like the Sonic Forces. I was just waiting on him. This is like, yeah, Sonic's dead. He's coming back. Woo! And then I was just waiting on the white screen. And I was like, oh, Sonic Forces bad.
For those of you that don't know, that's not a good thing.
No.
And for those of you that don't know, keep living under that rock.
Yeah, stay under that rock. Nobody want to play Sonic Forces. Eric, God, I really enjoyed your pitch. I love the fact that you did literally put Gangster Paradise in there. I did enjoy the fact that you kept everything the same. Yeah, I like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's cool. I love him. Love him to death. Zach, I felt like you were trying to create an actual, while those two were just creating something, and I don't know, Eric to me was just babbling about the movie. I'm sorry, Eric. Zach, you were literally trying to create a game. You literally was trying to take what was wrong with a game and trying to give another game another chance and trying to Sonic Mania it. I think it's something creative, and I think if somebody were to get into flaw with it, I think it could be something interesting. So, weirdly enough, I'm gonna have to go with you. You got to get my point.
Question: what do we do now?
Yeah, that's,
Wait, is it? It's Eric.
Wait, it's not tied. Eric won.
Well, no.
No, because there's only two people. They gave their opinions.
Well, wait. How about this?
Oh.
How about that was me and Matt created the tiebreaker. Eric and Phoenix can go on to face each other for the match, since we each went towards.
Yeah. So it's all tied. So
Yeah.
I picked Zach. You picked Eric. You picked.
No, I picked Phoenix. I thought you picked Eric.
No,
I
picked Zach.
Oh well, then.
Oh.
Yeah, so Phoenix and Zach can face each other in the final round.
No, but it's all tied.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could use that as since we're not in agreement, that the two of them would just advance for the last question instead of an extra tiebreaker question.
So Eric just basically loses his title.
Yeah, since me nor you wanted to pick him.
Well, we could technically just do this. Technically, we did call out Eric. We could just, and since neither of us are going to pick Eric, we could just let Eric have the final question to figure out who we thought.
Well, then, okay, but then how do we pick Phoenix or Zach, though? That's why.
No. We let Eric pick it since he's the odd man out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Eric, come up with a question.
No. Eric gets to pick who thought won that last round.
Oh.
Because he got no dog in the fight.
Right. Yeah. I got you, Mac. All
he
right,
got no dog in this fight. So
yeah, because like I said, if I had my chance to rebut, because I would, and I will use this chance to rebut. There is so much wrong with Phoenix's pitch. Because A, Knuckles wouldn't do any of that right off the bat. B, he couldn't even say the word Chaos Emerald. And of course, he listed Eggman and Dr. Robotnik as two separate characters. So I'm going to have to go with Zach.
All right. Well, that's it. Zach got the lead. Yep. So now we do a tiebreaker. Okay. So it's going to be between Phoenix and Eric. So Zach, you move on to the PvP.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Boo.
Also, I would have Sonic meet his original self looking at a funhouse mirror and scare the crap out of himself. that would have been.
Yeah, no, it's like I was like, oh my god, I can't believe people would think I would look like that. It was what I believe I said.
Yeah, that's like I said, that was the point where I was like, do we have to be reminded of that piece of shit? So let's go ahead and go with a grudge. So let's go with a quick bait, and I'm gonna think of a question. A quick bait.
Explain what a quick bait is, because I don't think I've ever gotten to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Quick bait is literally just I give you basically a question that I think off the top of my head. You give me your answers, and then you just give 1 minute each of why your answer is the best.
Okay, so it's near indistinguishable from PvP.
Gotcha. Except there's no rebuttal.
Yeah.
Okay.
No rebuttal.
Gotcha. Okay. No rebuttal. No rebuttal. PvP. Got it.
No rebuttal. Okay. Question I had to ask is, all these have been Eric related. So I'm gonna have to literally do something that is like neutral to everybody. Okay, here's something from season 1 of Gamer Grudge, the very first episode. What is the best? No, we already did this. No, we're gonna do something that we saw in season 2, episode 1, which is noticeably as the worst episode, which Zach knows. What is the worst Mario game?
Mario is missing.
I don't even know. I don't have an answer for this one.
5.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for this because any Mario game I played, I actually liked. So
2, 1.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for this one.
0. And all right, well, I'm sorry, Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some out there.
Oh
Yeah,
man, so many could have chosen Mario teaches typing.
Yes, that's
Hotel
the one I was
Mario.
gonna say.
Yeah, you could have put Mario's Time Machine.
But
Mario's
these are
Time
games
Machine,
that- this is
a
the
game
Mario
that's
genre
near
that has so
indistinguishable
many-
from Mario is Missing.
Yeah, Mario has so many games that I do not know about. That would have probably been the only ones that I do know.
Well, I thought it would be a fair question because everybody played Mario, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, everybody does play Mario, but some people, like me, I only play the Marios I know about.
Yeah. I can understand it.
Mario.
Look,
Right.
not everybody is deep into the obscure lore of horrible games.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's actually fine. It's fine because it was a good question. I just don't know Mario like that.
Right.
No, and if you couldn't think of one of the ones that we listed, there's no way you were winning.
Yeah.
I didn't
There
know
were
any of
no
those
one.
that you guys said. Those were all foreign to me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's a what?
When he
Yeah.
said Mario's missing, I was like, ooh, that's bad. Oh,
I was like,
that.
I'm like, Mario went missing. Then who saved them?
That Luigi, it was shit.
So is that, so that's
I reviewed that game. That game sucks. Oh, so badly. So yeah, Eric. Wow. Fuck.
You gotta go get Zach in the PvP.
All right.
Fuck.
So since Zach did have does have the point lead, he actually, we don't need to flip a coin. He actually just gets to choose if he wants to, what order we to go or who to ask the question. Don't need to flip a coin.
Look. I give the orders here, okay?
Mhm.
So Zach, we don't have to go give a coin flip.
Okay.
You can pick what.
Heads, I go first.
No. You get to go first,
I know if I want.
fucker.
Heads. I go first.
Okay.
You were gonna go first regardless, you dead boy fuck.
All right. So I'll be going second, and I want to hear what question Ryan has.
Great.
Other than why am I here?
No, I was like, I'm sitting here like, all right, if they ask me a question, I want to come up with one that I hope both of you have played this system. Best PlayStation 3 game. Don't tell me no remaster.
I've never owned a PlayStation.
Okay, so bad question for me since you never played a PlayStation. That would not be fair.
Damn, because I was looking at my PS3 games right now.
Yeah. So let me change it up. What character do you want to see be included in Mortal Kombat from a video game series?
Ooh, that
hasn't already been in Mortal Kombat.
That is a real good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead and do that because we usually just let it be a mystery.
Yeah, we're supposed to choose our answer and then you ask the question. But yeah,
that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
well,
that's fine. Right. It's fine. That's fine.
It's a championship fight. Anything goes. Anything goes.
Oh, I'm going with Belial and his brother from Basket Case.
Damn it! Why? Why are you bringing Phoenix? You heard that shit?
Ooh! I know. I'm gonna go with Lilith from Borderlands.
Oh, damn it! Phoenix, can you believe this?
Yeah, that's a good answer.
What game is Zach talking about?
No, me and Phoenix know about this. Zach made me and Phoenix watch Basket Case.
Well, no, is Basket Case not a video game?
He did specify video game.
You said character.
No, he said video game.
I said video game character that hasn't been in Mortal Kombat yet.
That's all he said, and I thought it.
Damn, I was thinking because they've been putting horror movies in.
Yeah.
He was.
My bad. He was a video game character. We're not because.
So
I'm literally picturing that right now. He just literally carries.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like.
Yeah, he's gonna carry his brother in the box and kill him.
Yeah, no.
Finish.
Think about a Ferritor situation.
Yeah. No, I got it. I got you.
I mean, can you imagine that? Like he literally just say finish him, and he just take his brother and he just literally picks them up and put them in the box, and he just rips them to shreds. Bible wins.
So who did you pick?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you didn't know.
Yeah, he's got to pick a new character.
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man. What's Shadow Man?
Shadow Man from Shadow Man.
So not Shadow Man, not Shadow Man from Mega Man. Gotcha.
Yeah. You're talking about Shadow. Oh, not Dark Man. Okay.
No, it's a game. He's good.
Okay, so I believe Zach said he's going first.
I did.
It is a game. That's crazy.
I gotta look that up too.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Shadow Man would bring voodoo magic into Mortal Kombat. And an even more convoluted plot line than Spawn. That's my pitch.
Spawn has not been released yet in Mortal Kombat 11, but he will be.
Oh, I know.
All right, Zach, let's hear it.
I did.
I'm an idiot. I pulled a Mac.
Yeah, you pulled
Eric.
Mac. Right. So, of course, Lilith from Borderland, she's got the gun. She's got the siren abilities. There are only 6 sirens in the universe, and she is one of them. Ignore the plot of 3 where she loses her powers, because this is a Borderlands 2 era Lilith in this game. Yeah, she's got her multitude of guns. She's got, her abilities where she can phase walk. She can, as most Mortal Kombat characters do, she's got a teleport ability. So she's able to teleport behind your opponent and try to take him by surprise. She's got the skills to be in Mortal Kombat, and also, the Borderlands series not afraid of gore.
Okay. Zach, rebuttal.
A cell shaded outline look like that in a Mortal Kombat style would look horrible. Also, her large guns, I'm not sure how you'd incorporate large guns. I mean, small guns, yeah, but large ones, I don't know. So,
okay.
Lilith would mostly be using SMGs and pistols because those are easier to handle in a close combat situation. But for her X-ray, she will bust out the rocket launcher, and for her fatalities, she will bust out every single gun and then end with a claptrap running through you.
Okay.
Okay. Ryan, you may go.
can I do a fact check quick?
No.
If you have a fact to check, I don't.
Yeah, what's your fact check?
Yeah.
X-ray moves don't exist in 11, so you'd be adding
Fatal blow. Fatal blow.
Okay.
It doesn't change my feelings.
It's practically the same thing.
Hey,
doesn't change how I feel. Zach, so Eric, you had a lot more to say, but the reason I like Zach's pitch more, the voodoo guy, Shadow Man, he seems like something different to Mortal Kombat, where Lilith seems like she could have, she seems like she's been there before, and it's more of the same. And that was a pretty fatal blow of, if you kept the style of Borderlands and put her in that Mortal Kombat, it would look atrocious, and I can't ignore that. Zach, I give you the point.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. I have to give Eric this point. Zach, literally, let me explain why I'm giving Eric this point. Look, while Eric did explain his, all I'm getting literally is a picture of the person. While it is interesting to put a voodoo person in there, that also is being seen in Mortal Kombat. And also, if you do put a voodoo person in there, would it be technically copying Street Fighter with Dawson? So technically,
Fighting
yes.
games copy each other all the damn time. So
And
that's not
also,
really, that
technically,
has nothing to do
Zach-
with the arguments. But
Most of Zach's argument was just saying the word voodoo.
yeah,
it works.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not arguing that, but
That was true. That was
Folsom
true.
isn't a voodoo character.
Also, as an added bonus, like I said, Eric literally rebutted well. Where if I admit, if Eric did fight him a little bit, it was like I said, every time it's a stalemate, it's literally even because nobody rebutted each other because
Zach's comment on how she would translate was kind of a big one for me.
It didn't do that to me. It just literally was.
Well, Phoenix, we need you to break the tie between me and Mac.
Okay, well, can I ask a question then? Because if okay, so I got a question to you, Zach. What would be the fatality?
Fatality would be literally pulling them into the middle underside dimension of that world, and basically burning them from the outside in, like when you light paper on all sides.
That's Scorpion.
Yeah, that is literally Scorpions.
But I think what he's talking about is more like, are you talking about like burning like from the head, like a flame going around the body like that?
Yes, like, and you see the embers, and they would be like, I want them to be like paper.
That's Scorpion.
No.
Okay. So I'm torn between the two because on the good side, I did like the fact that Eric did go into detail all the way from the fatal blow all the way to the fatality. But then, Zach told me his. But then again, like Zach did say, it is all like that translation between the graphics into the Mortal Kombat is the only thing that kind of threw me for a loop. But I'm gonna have to go with Zach. I still want to see. I want to see the voodoo character.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I tried to throw that in the dumpster.
Yeah, and y'all literally was like arguing. Wow.
Wait, well, this is why I chose him, though. This is why I chose him because Mortal Kombat and I play it all the time. It's not all the characters like
he didn't give a good argument. That's my point.
He literally said the word voodoo.
Voodoo. That's it.
Give me a second.
Mac, you gave Eric points earlier for saying Wobbuffet repeatedly.
Right.
True.
Hold on.
You can't criticize one person for repeating a word, and then you awarded somebody earlier for that strategy.
But Eric's character just reminds me
I
of
like the lift one.
Eric's character just reminds me of Terminator that's already out right now. And the voodoo thing hasn't been anything that's been done in the Mortal Kombat yet. I don't like to see it.
Like I said, I feel like y'all taking more into the picture and not the argument. And the argument is just, to me, Zach's was crap. And Eric just gave me a
Zach's, for me, why I picked Zach, his was concise. He didn't overload, like he didn't try to overfluff it. Lilith felt overfluffed and didn't feel appropriate for Mortal Kombat. Just because a video game is violent doesn't mean it automatically translates from Borderlands to Mortal Kombat.
Eric, I would like to formally apologize to you. I did not expect this at all. Shadow Man is a terrible game and a mediocre at best comic book. So I don't know.
Well, okay, so it sounds like Zach is conceding the point. Then I guess I'll switch over to Eric.
So I guess
Zach is giving up.
Right.
Eric,
I give because this feels wrong.
Yeah.
Turns out I have a moral compass and it points here.
And it doesn't allow for Shadow Man to beat
anything.
Well, yeah, he conceding the belt. He's not. So I guess this was all for nothing.
It was all for naught. I'm still the champion.
He's like, I don't want the belt. He's like, I don't want the belt. Well, I mean, unless.
Well, I would want the belt if I felt like I tried. When I didn't try, I just went with the first like grungy looking comic book character because Spawn's.
I mean, the chat agrees with me. The chat agrees with me.
No, and I understand that, but see, here's the thing about trying something different. If you want something similar to the same, just play with Terminator.
Oh, so like Bumblebee. Oh, so like Bumblebee being the best vehicle.
It's the same thing.
Yep. All right.
Eric, you win.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yay.
Somebody want to do something?
Mac,
Yeah,
no, I have
it's-
work in the morning.
Yeah, Mac,
Yeah.
if it wasn't 10 o'clock, maybe, but it's 10 o'clock and I've been up since.
I have to be up in 7 hours.
Eric-
Please no.
Eric, congratulations! You do not have to pay postage like me.
Yes.
and
Zach,
Ryan.
I'm gonna be honest, if I lost the belt to you, I had a plan. I was gonna send you a block of Velveeta. I had a plan if I lost to you.
Just a block of wow, that's
That's just
insulting.
cruel.
Right.
I mean, I can't even give that to the poor. 'Cause that would be wrong.
All right. Well, either way, guys. Well, this championship was offered not. I mean, Zach retains his. Zach literally just conceded his point, and Eric literally keeps the belt by conceding. This never happened. This is the first time it happened. So, guys, yes, Eric keeps his belt.
Never happened.
But let the record show. Let the record show that Zach did win, but he did concede. So I want to put that on Zach's record. He did win. So
I was messaging Phoenix either. My entire goal was just do damage to people. It had nothing to do with winning.
and then it was like Phoenix is like, I'm gonna punish this guy for doing this.
No, you guys, this is fun.
This was the most technically I've ever won a Gamer Crush.
Hey, maybe that's your strength. Technical strength.
Yeah, no, I'm a technical fighter like Pikachu.
Right.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get the plugs. Zach, seeing that you technically won.
I have no plugs. I'm tired.
Well, good. Phoenix, I wanted you to win, damn it, but you just couldn't give me a good viewing answer. Damn it. So what you got to pull up, man?
All right, you can follow me on Instagram at the only one, the number one Phoenix, and on YouTube at Only Me Phoenix.
All right, cool. And Eric, what you got to pull up, buddy?
You could find me on Twitter at Bunk Bunker and also on Twitch on Bunk Bunker. I did a surprise Nuzlocke stream the other day. I might do a part 2 at some point. Keep an eye out for that.
I saw that, and then when it was Pokemon, I was sad.
Zach, it's like self-inflicted Pokemon.
To
make it harder.
It's the Pokemon where you can only catch the first Pokemon you've encountered in the route.
No,
and if
I
they
know
faint,
what a Nuzlocke is. That I was still sad because it was Pokemon. I was like, come on.
I mean, I had a hell of a time getting my second wild area capture because it was a wishy-washy that wouldn't get in the goddamn
Come on, I
ball.
want to see you play MK and try and get ranked.
Please no, God no. I'm so bad at Mortal Kombat.
All right, so
I don't give my opponent up specifically. I would not do that to you, Eric.
No.
All right. Also, Angelic Sin, you can go follow her on. I think it's at Angelic Sin on Twitch. She also has a merch store.
She's on Mixer, not Twitch.
She's on Mixer.
She's on Mixer.
She on Twitch. I think she's on Twitch too, but she's on Mixer.
No,
but
she's a Mixer streamer.
Okay, sorry, my bad. She's on Mixer at Angelic Sin, and also she has a merch store. I forgot the name.
It's a whole bunch of things because it goes through her user profile.
So go make sure you go get her merch. We have a merch shop too.
Link somewhere. Probably on her Twitter.
It's on the Twitch. I know that for a fact. And also go make sure you go follow her at Angelic Sin. Ryan, what you got to up?
Oh, just me and my buddy Tom do a little podcast where we talk a normal movie and a sci-fi movie once a week. December, we're doing Star Wars because the release episode 9. We just finished talking about the prequels where I unabashedly talked about my hatred for them. And Tom defended them because Tom isn't as critical as me when it comes to Star Wars.
Tom has bad choices in movies. Bad taste in movies.
Okay, let me rephrase. Tom couldn't defend
right
The first two, he defended the third one
Correct.
valiantly, even though I
Correct.
despise the third. I despise all three.
I will say, as much as I think Tom is wrong most of the time, I respect the fact he's willing to be wrong that much. Also, what was the other movie that wasn't Small Soldiers?
It was Small Soldiers and Colossal, 2016, depending on where you were, 2017 release, starring Anne Hathaway, where Anne Hathaway controls a kaiju that's in Seoul, Korea, from upstate New York. It's weird movie. I dig it a lot.
Where did you find this?
I've never heard of this movie. This sounds amazing.
It's on Hulu. Go check it out. I saw it in theaters when it was making its tiny little run because it's an indie flick. It's probably my favorite Anne Hathaway performance. Jason Statham
even better than Princess Diaries 2.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, do you want to take away his point now?
Yeah, I really want to take that.
It's a joke.
You're trying to send that belt.
You know what? I had to agree. I have to go with Zach also. So go ahead and send that belt around. All right, but yeah. Also, Ryan, Frisbee Friday actually disagreed. He said the prequels are great.
Yeah, I know he's wrong.
Yeah, we know.
We know you're wrong, Frisbee.
You know what's good? The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
good.
Please go watch that.
I enjoy it, but I struggle with the fact if nothing changed, but it wasn't Star Wars, I doubt I would give a shit about it.
Right.
And that to me shows that it's not that great.
Yeah, that is true. If it wasn't a baby Yoda, if it was just a tiny baby alien, I don't think we'd care.
No, and that's what frustrates me.
That is true.
It's such a beautifully shot show, and I want to really love it.
You know,
but I'm watching Watchmen at the same time, and that show is fucking phenomenal.
It is.
I haven't watched it yet.
Like it's oh my god.
Anyway, we're just conversing.
Yeah. So
who still has to plug?
Yeah.
I had to plug.
Yeah, Mac, plug away.
Well, guys, I'm Matt Poole, aka the Game Fixer. Please make sure you come follow me on Twitch. We'll left YouTube for the foreseeable future because of stupid reasons. Well, not stupid reasons on our part, stupid reasons on YouTube part. So if you're, please just come to Twitch, follow us. We're trying to build our audience back up. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. But it's like if you don't know what's happening with YouTube, where the hell have you been the last couple weeks?
Yes, exactly. We're moving on from YouTube.
I mean, a better place than here.
True. But
and
we're hoping
Colossal is now added to my Hulu list.
Yeah, hell, I'll watch it. I'll probably wind up watching it tomorrow too. That sounds amazing.
But yeah, so yeah, keep watching the streams. Stick with us. Like I said, we'll be, like I said, we're on Twitch now.
It is a movie that tackles alcoholism, so it's not all kaiju. It's the kaiju.
Alcoholic kaiju. Done.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch this now.
I mean,
but yeah, guys. So guys, this is the last live stream for this year. This is going to be the last live stream for this year. We'll probably have some more stuff put on Vimeo, like the Christmas episode and the New Year's episode, which we'll have ready. I'm just letting y'all know I'm taking the month off. We're gonna be taking a month off. I have the reason why is my father is dealing with a situation. He has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he is literally going to have surgery next week. So I'm going to have to take at least a month off just to be there. You know, maybe flip his pillows a couple of times. You know, make sure he's okay, and I'll be back next. Don't worry, I'll be back, and he'll be fine. I'll be back. He'll be fine. And but don't worry, but there's one thing for certain that I'm going to be at PAX South. PAX South. We're going to be at PAX South. We're going to be there. It's going to be me. It's going to be me, Theo, and Cap. We're going to be there, and we're going to hang out. We're going to do a live GF15 show, and also a live gamer grudge. Yeah, we're going to do a live gamer grudge there. We're going to try to get some contestants where the winner of that said gamer grudge will get a cash prize. They will get a cash prize and possibly a patch. We're working on the people. But a cash prize is something that we're going to be having. So if you want to win some money, come on down to PAX South and come on down to find me, and we will get ready to have you a Gamer Grudge show that you are never going to win. The winner will win that and receive a patch. So get on down there.
Mac, don't go up to random strangers asking if they want a shot at money in your hotel room. That will scare some people away.
No. It's not going to be. No. It's
we
not
will have lawyers on standby.
I mean, we have to for COPPA, right? And that's the show, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye.
No. It's not going to be in a hotel. It's probably going to be like in the. We'll probably have it in the meeting room.
Mac, I just signed off. I just had the perfect sign off. You're supposed to end the stream.
No, I'm not ending it, damn it.
You gotta let it end on that good of a joke, Mac. That was fire, and you didn't let it end naturally.
Okay, fine, Dan. We'll end it right here, people. But seriously,
Chris, he burned.
But seriously, I want to thank all y'all for watching. I want to thank all y'all for sticking with us. Thank you for having. It's been a great season of Gamer Grudge. Great season 6. I really love.
I need to update my Twitter profile.
Still champion.
Actually, I'm just going to add X2 at the end of it.
Times 2.
But I want to thank everybody for joining us for season 6. Most of the people in season 6 are going to join us in season 5. We're going to be joining us in season 6. We're going to have more fighters.
Mac, we need to end this before we die. Please.
Yeah, so now my
I would
Twitter
like
profile.
to at least die in my bed.
Okay, guys, fine. This won't let me end the night. Be nice and somber with everybody. All right, guys. We'll see you next year on the next episode of Gamer Grudge.
Yeah.
We'll see ya. Bye.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!